Point is now called to order. May I request everybody to rise. SK Spain is requested to lead the prayer.
As we come to the presence of the Lord, we praise and glorify your name. Lord, thank you sa araw ng Panginoon. Salamat po sa guidance na pinagkaloob niyo sa amin sa araw-araw. Ngayon din po, kapag-isama po po sa amin sa Panginoon. At dalangin namin ngayong araw, Panginoon, na masagawa namin na maayos po at mapayapa ang session namin ngayon sa araw ng Panginoon. Naway na kami din po, mga pamilya aming naiwan sa aming mga tahanan. Kaya din po, kami mga sarili dito, Panginoon. Yun na po ang masamot dalangin sa mga sa pangalan ng Jesus. Amen.
And the reading of the counselor's read, SK.
Ay sabay-sabay po natin basahin ang counselor's read. I am a Philippine counselor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of the constituents and their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the principle of my future life, and as I spread the outreach of global institutions, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and the living people.
Please be seated. Thank you. Before the roll call, we would like to acknowledge and thank our barangay captain, Kapitan Basil, for allowing us to use this session hall this morning. Thank you, Cap Basil, and we also want to acknowledge the members of the Sangguniang Barangay of Barangay Ipilan. Before we go to the roll call, we would like to acknowledge our barangay captain here, Kapitan Edsid Basil, Mrs. Leticia Legrada, Kagawad Rudica Balmonte, from Radyo Bandera, Mrs. Lori Desa, Kagawad Mel Fatanaya, Kagawad Paul Balmonte, Kagawad Santiago Bacosa, Mr. Rudy Catalunya, Barangay Maasin, and our SK Chairperson, Ms. Elaine May Taguan, at sa lahat po ng mga nandyan pa na aring hindi nakapirma dito. Magandang umaga po at once again, we would like to thank Kapitan Basil and the Barangay Council of Barangay Ipilan for allowing us to borrow their session hall this morning. And may we now proceed to the roll call. Mr. Secretary.
Present.
Present.
The chair declares a quorum, and as such, we can now tackle our prepared agenda for today's regular session. Councilor Colili?
Presiding Officer, good morning, thank you, Councilor, for the last visitors. Presiding Officer Cristiano, I move for the temporary suspension of our rules, particularly the order of business, for us to go to item number 6, the fiscal hour, for us to accommodate the visitor in today's regular session.
Again,
Let me now call in Kapitan Basil. Baka meron po kayong gusto sabihin or i-convey to the members of the Sangguniang Bayan.
Our very energetic Municipal Vice Mayor. At the same time, the presiding officer of the Sangguniang Bayan of Fox Point. The members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Municipality of Fox Point. My fellow Sangguniang Barangay members of Barangay Pilan. Other visitors, our SP Secretary, good morning to everyone. We are fortunate we will today's session to be held in our barangay. Considering that this is a very remarkable session during our time, because as far as I am concerned, this is our 5th month since we assumed office. And we are very lucky that regular session is scheduled and held today in our barangay. I believe this session will bring development to our barangay, because you are giving us the time and opportunity to raise our concern regarding the problems that we are facing, regarding the concern of our constituents in Barangay Pilan that we are facing nowadays. So, welcome to our barangay. Pagpasensyahan nyo lang po medyo dahil sa init ng panahon. Nagtataka na ako bakit ngayong araw na biglang umulan. You know, when I woke up this morning at around 6 o'clock, nagulat ako, bakit sabi ko parang umulan kanina. Because actually, at around 3 o'clock, nagising na po ako. Pero nakatulog kami ulit, dalawa kami ng asawa ko, kasi yung aming bunsong anak na pumunta ng Puerto for his interview at the PSU. Might be he passed the entrance examination. So, ganun pala yung position ngayon. Kailangan magpa-interview na before they will be admitted for enrollment. So, nagulat ako, bakit biglang umulan? Kaya nga sabi ko, swerte itong session ito. Hopefully, this session will bring
Boring.
not only development, but all of the blessings for Barangay Ilan. So I would like to take this opportunity, samantalahin ko na lang po yung pagkakataon, no? Because I was just informed by the presiding officer, maybe this is intake of legislation. Samantalahin ko na lang yung pagkakataon regarding our concern in Barangay Ilan. Actually, I mentioned already to our presiding officer that one of our main problems is the Sabsaban Bridge. Because as you all know, during the, I think last year, no, January last year, when we experienced yung dahil sa tuloy-tuloy na buhos ng ulan, nagkaroon tayo ng malaking baha. Malaking pagbaha dito sa Roswell. And unfortunately, the bridge at Sabsaban talagang totally nasira. Although I was informed by our very own municipal mayor, through Engineer Mula, our municipal engineer, that you have already purchased culvert for the, I don't know if that is for construction or renovation of Sabsaban Bridge, considering that portion of that bridge ay pwede pa daw mapakinabangan. Maybe based on the assessment of the engineering office. Na pwede pa daw mapakinabangan yung ang problema lang doon yung approaching. No, yung approaching papunta doon sa tulay, ay yun po ay dapat malagyan ng culvert. Kaya po na-purchase yung LGU ma'am ng culvert. So, ito po ay isa sa magiging problema namin. No? Pag panahon ng tag-ulan at magkaroon ng baha ulit, kawawa yung mga taga taas, lalo na po those residents living in Sabsaban as well as Pangantiban, and maybe some portion of now because they will use that road, passing through that bridge. Ginagamit po nila yun. So sana po whatever the plans and proposal of the LGU, sana po matulungan niyo kami to follow up or to fast track the construction of that particular bridge. Because rainy season is near approaching. Na po, ngayon na, medyo nagawalan na. So yun po ang pinaproblema natin. And aside from that, also our municipal barangay drainage system and flood control, ito po sa aming barangay. Isa pa rin po problema yun. Although we already allocated funds for that particular proposal, the drainage and flood control system in our barangay, but maybe this is not sufficient because if I'm not mistaken, parang nasa 1 million po yung aking ina-allocate for the 2024 budget. Yan po ay pumasok sa aming 20%. If ever na, kasi ang aming budget sa totoo lang, hindi ko po nakarating sa Sangguniang Bayan. But the moment na nasa Sangguniang Bayan, hopefully it will be approved upon review ng Sangguniang Bayan. Meron po kami in-allocate doon 1 million na out of over 20% development fund. So sana po ay inyo rin po kami matutulungan as I have said that that particular amount might not be sufficient for the said project, proposed project. So, mahirapan din po kami kung saan kami kukuha. Para tayo sa system, bakit ngayon ang mga yun po yung pangalawa sa mga kakailangan nila dito. And aside from that, thank you so much sa inyong lahat because nabigyan niyo po kami, kasama po kami sa food rehabilitation project nanggaling po sa LGU. In fact, medyo naayos na po yung daan natin from Linaw proper going to Pangatliban, and then from Linaw going to Lapiak. Medyo maayos na po yung daan. So that is through your help. Kasi nag-allocate po kayo ng 300,000 worth of viewer at sa inyo din po yung equipment from the municipal government. So we would like to extend our deepest thanks and gratitude for the success of that rehabilitation project. Although nung pinag-usapan yung rehabilitation, there was actually a problem of which where we can get our supply of gravel. No? So, in fact, ang sabi ni Engineer Mulak noon, after nag-coordinate sa PMRD, it was successfully done. Ang sabi niya na magbayad pa rin tayo doon sa PMRD sa province. Magbayad pa tayo sa Java. And then, ang pinayagan lang tayo ng PMRD ay kukuha pa tayo sa somewhere in Lada or Maligit. Doon pa po nang galing. That's why at that time, actually, not only me, even other barangay captains also opposed to that particular arrangement. Nag-oppose po kami kasi yung aming 300,000 worth ng fuel intended for each barangay, nabawasan pa po ng 30,000 yun o pambayad ko sa PMRD na sa DIAR ang tawag ko. So, 270,000 imagine, ilang load na lang yun kung doon pa mong nagaling. Kaya, nag-initiate kami na since marami naman tayong ilog dito, na marami naman gawa, so nag-initiate kami, yes, through our own initiative, na dito na lang kami kumuha ng gawa para doon sa rinawin na yun. So, naging successful naman. So, kaya binabanggit ko itong road rehabilitation mo kasi talagang marami pa talagang dapat ayusin. Not only provincial road, itong mga barangay road, marami pang dapat ayusin dito sa Ipilan. So far as I know, wala naman municipal road, no? Walang municipal road, parang barangay road at saka provincial road lang. Kaya lang matagal na pinapabayaan ng province. Ngayon na yun lang medyo meron na rin. Kasi ngayon na ginagawa yung bypass road from New Panay doon sa taas dalaan. So hopefully, yung katutuo, ang sabi nila ay ipapongkatin. So isa pa po ang problema namin, iparating na rin namin sa inyo in end of legislation. Yung kalsada mo papuntang Limbasan, dadaan po yan sa private property which is owned by the Kapuras family. In fact, nakailang beses na pumunta dito si Mr. Hope Anisito Kapuras kasi dumadaan doon sa lupa nila At actually, kinakausap namin na ano bang gusto niya mangyari. Ibibenta na ba niya sa barangay o kaya sa matutulungan ng munisipyo yung portion of that land na madadaanan. Kasi there was a time daw, parang gusto na niya isarado yung daanan. So sabi ko, huwag sana mangyari sa panahon ngayon kasi magkakaroon tayo ng problema kung wala na pagdaanan. Kasi ang barangay road, ang totoong barangay road, doon sa Pampang, yung sa ilalim na daan, alam ko siguro ni SB Jonathan kasi dati rin po siyang kapitan ng Pilipinas. Doon po nadaan sa ilalim. So, how many millions of pesos na nagastusin natin doon? Kung doon natin pupusto na doon nadaan yung kasada. So, yun din po isa sa problema namin. At yung daan na yun kailangan i-rehabilitate. Lumusot dito sa pitik-pitik. Yun din po ang dapat maano namin. So ngayon, isa ko pong problema ay water system sa linaw. Kasi hindi na po sufficient yung supply ng tubig na nagkakalit doon sa source sa Tula-Tula. Kaya ngayon, humahanap kami ng paraan saan pwede magkaroon ng additional na supply ng tubig. So meron lang nakita yung aming mga kasamahan. Doon pa rin papunta sa tangki. Sa tangki dyan sa sa property. Pero ipokulit siya doon sa pipeline magagaling sa Tula-Tula para ang purpose para lumakas, madagdagan yung supply ng tubig kasi marami na kung nag-reclam doon. So, yun lang po ba kasi baka mga kasamahan ko may mga gusto rin iparating. Pero sana nga makadili tayo ng kanila pag-suggestion kasi baka marami rin sila ay na pag-usapan. Sana yung gusto rin sasabihin baka kasama na sa mga nasabi ko. Thank you so much and good morning. Welcome sa aming barangay. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you, Kapitan Basil. And we hope that the Sangguniang Bayan members will do something about the concerns that you have relayed to us this morning. About the installation of culverts in Sitio Sabsaban. I think the installation of culverts is just a band-aid solution. But what we need there is a real bridge, which will cost more than 20 million pesos. So what we can do is again, reiterate our solutions to our congressman. I think we also have to submit a resolution to the region to allocate funds for the construction of the bridge. Also, bridges in the 100 million. About aggregates. It's ironic, that the aggregates are coming from us and yet the aggregates are coming from the different barangays and yet the barangays are required to pay. Meron pa kayong application for gratuitous. Okay. So, mag-apply kayo para sa gratuitous permit para maging libre yung grabang ng 70 million kasi napakalaki ng barangay implement at marami talagang kalsada since before, until now, na hindi nagagrabahan. Ipapunta sa pilit-pilit na yung basan,
ang dami kahit sa sitio ikaw mismo at sitio Pangasinan, marami dapat trabaho, even sitio na ka. Kaya mas mabuti na mag-kabating paano gratuitous permit para maliligyan yung pagbuha at pag-utilize ng mga drama hindi regulation. At I hope the Secretary is able to take down all the concerns of the Venerable Natin. Yes, Councilor Canino.
Thank you, Director. Sa recap natin, yung November 15 po ata yun, or November 3rd week ng November 2022. Ang yung likod po ang General Resolution for the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Kasakan was in fact sa resolution po, meron dito po hindi doon na magkaroon po tayo ng mga safety barriers. Pero hindi po natin nasama doon yung culvert. Yun nga po, sabi na po sa ating mga certificates, medyo mahal na po ang gagastos. So, ang sabi po ni Vice, tama na siguro ay congressman po na mag-request po tayo ng another resolution po. So, tingin ko sa sulong ng ibang kasamahan ko dito, pwede po siguro maka-request po kami ng another resolution po na ating mahalagang mga necessary tayo.
Thank you, Councilor Canino. Thank you, President. Maraming salamat po at salamat po sa ating business officer, sa ating mga kasamahan at mga barangay official ng Barangay Itilan. Madam Chair, yung nakakaroon session po natin ay meron pong nakaabangan na budget. Ngunit ang ating pong ganda kung bakit po hindi po natin yun consider at that time dahil po sa ating pakiusap na sa mga MDC meetings po ay ang naging program ng pondo, lalo-lalo na yung ating pong development funds, ay hindi lamang po Municipal Development Council Executive Committee na binubuo lamang ng limang representations. Kung hindi po ng ating barangay na ang kabuuan po ng Municipal Development Council, ang siya po natin ibinaan. Yan po ay sa dahilan na natulad din po ang konser ng ating punong barangay. Marami pong mga proyekto na nais din po natin na makurbahan sa gandang po yun. At mahalaga po na sa ngayon ay bago po tayo mag-program ay marinig din po natin ang pangangailangan upang magkaroon po ng maayos na prioritization pagdating po sa paggamit po ng pondo. Mamaya naman po ay meron naman pong nakaschedule na pagpupulong at yun na naman po ay Municipal Development Council Executive Committee. Pinapaalam ko lang po na tayo po ay hindi nag-o-oppose sa mga gusto pong aprubahan na pondo sa program at kung ano pa pong pondo na pwede natin aprubahan na nangangailangan ng resolusyon ng Municipal Development Council. Gusto lamang po natin na marinig po kung anong pangangailangan po ng mga barangay. At yung representation po ng mga punong barangay sa MDC na halos 2/3 po ng composition ng council po na yun ay mga galing sa barangay. Lumiliit po ang aming representasyon sa MDC Executive Committee. Sana po ay maintindihan po at maunawaan po ng ating mga kasamahan. Bumaki po din ang ating pong pinagbalaan. Maraming salamat.
Next, Councilor Olivi.
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer of the Port Sir of Kapitan Pasig, doon po sa surface ng supply ng water system doon sa tulad nila. Ito Madam Presiding Officer ay hindi lang po yung barangay Pilan, particularly yung City Tulatula yung may problema sa ngayon. Kahit sa ilang mga barangay,
yung problema sa kakulangan ng tubig na dapat na access ng ating mga kababayan ay nararanasan sa ngayon. Lalo na kasalukuyan ay maranas ng libre. Madam Presiding Officer, kung mamarapatin po ng kasamahan, ito pong concern ng Barangay Pilan ay maaari po natin itulong sa NDRRMC, sa Municipal Disaster Response Council meeting, na dapat ma-privatize sapagkat kinukonsidera natin ito na bahagi ng isang disaster at pangangailangan ng mga tao. At hindi lang sana po natin na i-consider ay yung ipilan lang, pero i-assess na rin po yung ibang mga barangay. With that, Madam Presiding Officer, baka po pwede natin ma-invite ang ating pong NDRR designate officer na magkaroon po tayo ng pag-uusap tungkol dito. Paano po ba tutugunan? Alam po meron ng task force na bureau. Dapat hindi lang po tingnan yung pinsala sa ating pong sakahan at sa mga sa iba pang mga aspekto. Pero mahalaga po na tingnan yung pong yung supply ng tubig na kinakailangan ng mga tao ay hindi pa po nahihirapan. So, baka po pwede na isa sa mga priority ng task force na training under the NDRRMC ay tingnan po ito. Para po magkaroon ng appropriate measure for possible inclusion in funding for the necessary construction of additional structure na pwede pong pag-open ng water supply dito po sa mga existing na maliliit na water system na design.
Thank you, Councilor Tobin. Councilor Regala.
Good morning. So with regards to sa water system, currently kagawan ko ay sa internet ng mga structure na kulturan. So that was, I think, my second term time of your Congressman Spedina. Yun po ang kondo na ginamit yan, 50% from mga kanina, 50% from those points. So, yung pong water system niya, yung source niya talaga na pinaglagan ay napakalakas. Kaya lang itong nagkaroon ng landslide nung before pa ng paha ng January 2023. So, nagkaroon ng landslide, kung natatanda nyo, parang mukupanaw po yung bagong setting ng tayo panigita po. Nagkaroon ng landslide sa tulad-tulad. So, nagamit yung linya ng tubig mula doon sa source. At doon sa pagkabanggit sa akin ng mga dating kagawang ipigan, ay tinago nila yung lagyan ng tubo na bilang source. So kung binago nila, talagang mahina yun, no? Pero kung hindi nila binago, hindi natin kasi napakalakas ng force na unang pinaglagan natin, no? Pinaglagan nila rin sa napakabuti mo na pasay-pasay ng force. Kasi nung time na bago yung storage project, yun ay, ganito panahon din, no? Makapagkailip. So nakita natin yung source na talagang napakalakas. So, mas maganda siguro ka, makakit natin ulit yun, mag-check kung saan nila in-install, no? Kasi nga doon sa dating pinaglalagay na source, parang nakahang kasi yung tubo, kaya nung nagkaroon ng malakas na pagbaha, siguro may mga bumulong din na bato, kaya na-damage. Sa tingin ko, ang kailangan lang doon, patibayin. Ibalik doon sa dating source niya, patibayin, no? Yung pagkakagawa. Kasi nakahang lang yun sa bato, nakakit sa bato. Kaya pag binagsakan ng bato sa taas, madadamage na. So yun, no? Siguro mas maganda ma-check ulit. Kasi ang pagkakabagit sa akin na kagawa dito, ay lilipat nila. Sabi ko, kung nilipat ninyo, hindi na yung gano'n kalakas sa tulad ng dati. Kasi lagi lang nakakatid. Pero siyempre nag-tell hindi siya takilip. So, ngayon, takilip na. So, humina, siyempre ang nilipat. So, yung isang concert kanina, ipatungkol sa kalsada na limpasan, sa may harap ng school, di ba? So, siya sabi ng Trebo Paul. So, doon kasi ang gusto niya magkaroon ng arrangement sana para magkaroon ng swapping. Kasi plano rin nilang magkaroon ng arbor para business na content. Pero di pa lang alam kung yung mga decision nila. Sa totoo talaga yung tamang site ng mapa ng Pili Road ay nasa Pampang. Pero kumbaga, waterway kasi yung guys, waterway. Hindi ko rin pwede yung tampakan yun. No? Kasi lang yung pagpapansin pa, dahil na ito internet, pero dito sa taas, sapa siya, di ba? Sapa. Although pagka normal na panahon, walang pagbaha, halos wala siyang tubig. No? Yung mga kapag mo ka lang tumagalan doon. Pagkalan siya nung pagka-aralan din ng ibig, kasi kumbaga, kung i-close yun, lalayo siya sa lalayo sa gate ng school yung video. So, paano papasok yung mga bata, di ba? Kung papaklose niya, tapos dilipat doon sa tamang map, magalayo yung bakot ng school. Siguro maganda mapag-usapan ngayon para hindi matikwan. Kasi nang gano'n, nakiklado yung school, mga bata na papasok. No? Yun ang pinaka-pandoon. So yun po, no? Talaga rin sila rin, napakaraming mga pasok marketers na dapat talaga na ma-repair. Isa pa nga po dyan na dapat malagyan ng box culvert ay yung pangatlo ng river. No? Although matigil lang yan, pero pag bumaha, hindi mataas ang pressure ng agos. No? So kasi during my time, yung nakalagay ko lang ng box culvert, yung dito sa una ng pangatlugan, yung papunta ng saksakan, nabigyan ng pondo dahil sa DWH. So, yun din po ang isang kailangan namin kahit na-recap din pa noon, sana i-cap na siya na pagin po rin na mag-repair din ang box culvert, yung pangatlugan, at mag-repair yung damage ng mahapa noong last year kasi nakalagam na yung pinagalit na ng kalsada. So, ginagawa ng mga residente yun, nag-dito sila dito sa lugar ng isang pribadong tao din. Minsan, nag-reklamo na yung mga element lugar. Ginawa nila na dito. So yun po, ilang po matantayang sa iyo.
Thank you, Councilor Legrada. Councilor Perez.
Good morning. Regarding po doon sa allegation na kapitan po, regarding doon sa ating gratis permit doon sa gabi. So kasi po kung gano'n lang nangyari, kung gusto ka ng gratis, magkakagulan na po, wala naman nangyari dito sa ating kalagay. So I suggest siguro, pinakamagandang gawin, magkaroon lang ng PMRD and between the LGO and barangay officials, barangay. So, ipakasagalan po magpabilis. Nabigyan ng pagkakataon ang barangay na talagang gamitin nila ng sources nila dito sa mga ibon. Dahil po sa mga nakalipas, ngayon lang, yung mga nabigyan ng mga special permit, yung mga private entity, nabigyan na how about yung government at yung barangay. So, sana po, bago dumating ng tagulan, bago dumating yung panahon na hindi na rin kailangan kasi kahit anong gawin mo, basta tagulan na, wala ka na rin gagawa. So ito, it's the proper time na sana yung ating review magpatawag ng meeting in coordination with the LGO and the PMRGO division. So kung sa ganun, magaling natin natin sources. Kasi ang barangay, nahihirapan po sila kumuha ng drama, which is sana na po mapagbigyan dahil the other municipalities, the other provinces, nalibigyan po ng pagkakataon. At dito sa akin, nakalabot nga ng isipin na ang bigyan ng mga certain individual na mga contractors na ang ginagawa is para pang binibig ka na lang po, nagiging nabibig sa labas. So, I hope na sana po magkaroon na proper coordination with the province, the marketing and the NGO. Pang siguro, mapabilis at mapabilis mabigyan ng solusyon, lalo na yung problema ng mga.
Thank you, Councilor Fernandez. May we hear from our barangay on Kagawad? Baka meron po kayong gustong i-relate? Yes, Kagawad, willing to consent?
Good morning po, guys, yung kanina portion ko kay Dr. Nagrada, yung sa tula-tula kasi, yung doon sa ng tubig, ay karan-karan lang po yung sa source na para po mapadali doon sa amin, kaya nagbago po lang ng isang, parang gumawa sila ng isang box na para po karan-karan mo sa patubig, papuntang iba. Nila po.
Sabihin niya sa Kagawad, hindi naman binago, nagdagdag lang. Hindi na. Sige pa po natin mga Kagawad. Okay po, Kagawad. Okay. Kagawad Delta. Wala po. Okay. So, maraming salamat po. At nalaman namin yung mga concerns niyo, no? At tutulong po kami para ma-address ang mga pinarating ng problema na pinakaharap ng inyong barangay. Pero sa gano'n nyo?
I move for the resumption of our
Shall now go to item number 1. Councilor Nalanda.
line 124.
124.
On line 124, Councilor Nakalilaw sir, I am not against to this, matagal pa naman ito, pero tingin ko mas magandang pondohan ang pinakailangan na sa panahon ngayon. And ito po yung para sa liga.
Please take note of the proposed amendment.
Thank you. Okay.
Councilor Tony.
On page 2, line number 82.
Lines.
Line number 82. Gusto kong mukhain na yung tatlong sasakyan na lang at baka pwede sa linis ko lang ang gagalingan ng fuel. Wala po akong sinabing gano'n at baka sa yes, wala pa kung ako yung tututuro na ilan sa ibang opisina. Ang kong sinabi ay gusto kong mukhain na yung tatlong sasakyan na lang
ang bigyan ng fuel allocation.
Aliga President. Amendment by addition, Madam Chair, from line 118 to 119 and 120. Councilor Catchon commented that there are some requests of different offices, but I am But I am surprised that only 4.5 million was requested to be approved out of the 25 million fund available for appropriation. She further informed the body that the Liga ng mga Barangay Office is operating on a zero budget. She further requested, she informed the body that there is a resolution, there is a legal resolution requesting for a 3.5 million budget for the Liga ng mga Barangay Office, or for the aid to Liga ng mga Barangay, and 1 million aid to barangays for the 18 barangays. Madam Chair, I further, this representation further request for the amendment by deletion of the last sentence, why don't approve of that amount. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, were you able to take down all the proposed amendments and the proposed amendments by addition and deletion? Okay. Next, Councilor Pacaldo. Thank you, Madam Chair. On line 59 and line, second page, line 59 and third page, line 126. On line 59, under the privilege speech, under privilege hour, Councilor Pacaldo took the floor and rendered her privilege speech concerning the share of the IPs from water system, and it's agreed and this privilege speech shall be made an integral part of this minute. Baka pwede po insert yung concerning the 1%, insert a 1% share. And Madam Chair, line 126, Councilor Pacaldo also asked if the fund of IP Mar celebration was included. Baka pwede pong palitan ng fund for IP month celebration and panglima incentive, qualified panglima incentive, ayon po sa ordinance. Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Secretary, did you get the amendment? Okay. Councilor Lacanilaw.
Madam Chair, amendments by mode of deletion and insertion on line 85, page 2. Councilor Lacanilaw said, "We shall have a dialogue with the gasoline company together with Ma'am Alona. Please delete the municipal accountant and the municipal budget officer, as I did not requested for them to attend such meeting." Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. Any other amendments? If there are no more amendments, then the chair solicits a motion. Councilor Lacanilaw, for the approval of the minutes.
I move that the minutes of the 192nd regular session of the Sangguniang Bayan of Brooks Point, Palawan, held on April 2, 2024, at the Barangay Session Hall of Mainit, Brooks Point, Palawan, with the necessary amendments, be approved and adopted.
Any objection? Hearing none, then the minutes of the 192nd regular session of the Sangguniang Bayan of Brooks Point, held on April 2, 2024, at the Barangay Session Hall of Mainit, Brooks Point, Palawan, are hereby approved and adopted as amended. Item number 5. The village hour. No one would like to take the floor to render a privileged speech? Councilor Jackson.
Madam Chair, may this representation seek for the indulgence that we be allowed to render a privileged speech without a written copy. The topic, Madam Chair, is only about the participation of the Punong Barangays in the sports development program, particularly in rearing our athletes for the just concluded Paralong Pandalawigan. Okay. Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ito pong nais ko pong iparating sa lahat sa privilege speech na ito ay patungkol po sa partisipasyon ng mga barangay para po sa sports development program, particularly yung ating pong selection ng mga athletes para po sa palarong panlalawigan hanggang sa Batang Pinoy hanggang sa palarong pambansa. Mayroon pong memorandum circular ang DILG na nag-uutos po at nagmamandato ng partisipasyon ng mga barangay para po dito. Kaya nung nakaraan po, marami pong mga barangay, lahat po ng mga barangay ay tumatalima sa bawat request po ng ating pong mga schools at sa mga iba't iba't pa pong mga aktividades para po suporta sa programang ito. Ngunit nakakalungkot, noong nakaraan pong palarong panlalawigan, inaasahan po na katulad ng dati ay kasama po ang ating mga punong barangay na pumarada. Ang pagpaparada po ay hindi lamang pagpapakita na nandun tayo bilang mga opisyal, kundi ito po ay malaking bagay para po magpakita ng suporta sa ating pong mga atleta na karamihan po doon at lahat po yun ay malamang na sinuportahan po ng ating mga barabarangay. Hanggang sa kanila pong quartering, simula pa man sa kanilang zone meet, hanggang sa quartering, hanggang sa pagpunta po sa Nara. Ito rin po sana yung pagkakataon na maramdaman din po ng ating mga barangay na sila po ay parte sa lahat po ng mga programa ng ating bayan. Ngunit nakakalungkot po at tayo ay kumpleto po ang uniforme. At nagpapasalamat po ako at nagko-congratulate, nagko-commend sa bumuo po ng sa nag-organize po nun at nag-coordinate dahil parang sa unang pagkakataon po ay nung tayo ay naandyan na complete uniform, may jacket, may t-shirt, may jogging pants, may sapatos. Ngunit habang nagpaparada po, at bago pa papunta doon, kumpleto po ang ating uniforme, ngunit kahit t-shirt po, ay hindi po nabigyan ang mga punong barangay na kahit pa paano man lang maiparamdam sa kanila na kasama namin kayo sa laban na ito. Hinihiling ko po sana na maipatawag po ang ating sports coordinator sa susunod po na session, Madam Chair, upang maitanong po sa kanya at mailinaw po at gusto ko pong marinig mismo sa ating pong session para po in aid of legislation at sa susunod po ay tayo mismo maisiguro natin na lahat po ng mga dapat na kasama ay kasama. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga. Okay, Madam Chair, pwede pong PS. Ito po kasi ay pangalawang beses na po na pakiramdam po ng mga barangay ay naiisang tabi. Noon pong Kanyogan Festival po natin, ang katotohanan sa float competition po, wala po ang barangay na nakalagay doon sa mga kasali. Wala po, Madam Chair. At inayos po namin yon at encourage ang partisipasyon po ng mga barangay. Pero naulit na naman po, kaya pasensya na po at sana maintindihan nyo kung bakit po kailangan ko pang iparating dito. Maraming salamat. And congratulations po sa ating mga atleta at sa mga coaches. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Tiachon. I will task the Chairman of Education, si Councilor Rodriguez, to coordinate with the Sports Coordinator na pumunta dito next regular session para sagutin yung mga concerns ng ating Liga President. Okay, shall we now go to item number 7?
And item number 1, Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget for CY 2024 from Barangay Council of Calasagin.
Referred to the Committee on Finance, Appropriation, Ways and Means.
2, a letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. forwarding the resolution from Barangay Council of Sarasa, kapasyahang humihingi sa ating punong bayan ng Brooks Point na i-minimum ng 200 pesos kada consumer at malibre ang mga public facilities katulad ng Barangay Hall, Child Development Center, paaralan at simbahan.
Referred to the Committee on Rules and jointly with the Committee on Finance.
3, Resolution number 4, Series of 2024 from Sangguniang Kabataan Poblacion District 2, a resolution appropriating the remaining unexpended and unobligated fund of year 2023 and be treated as supplemental budget 2024-01 amounting to 129,000 pesos 126.
Refer to the Committee on Finance, Appropriation, Ways and Means.
4, a letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. requesting the authority to enter into Memorandum of Agreement with Eureka Learning Center represented by its owner, Ms. Feby Revilla, to provide occupational therapy and special education services to indigent children with disabilities in our community.
Refer to the Committee on Social Services, Women, Children, and Family.
5, a letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. requesting for the adoption and approval of Gender and Development Agenda for FY 2025 to 2030 of Municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan, and certified as urgent.
Same referral.
6, a letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. requesting for the adoption and approval of Gender and Development Plan and budget for FY 2025 the municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan, and certified as urgent.
Refer to the Committee on Finance and jointly with the Committee on Social Services, Women, Children, and Family.
7. Ordinansa mula sa Sangguniang Barangay ng Sarasa, kautosang ipinagbabawal na pagtutubli ng mga isda sa karagatan, katihanan na sasakupan ng Barangay Sarasa, Brooks Point, Palawan at ayon na din sa kautosan ng Department of Local Government ng Bayan ng Brooks Point, lalawigan ng Palawan.
Refer to the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, Public Order, and Good Government. And jointly with the Committee on Agriculture.
8. Ordinance number 02 series of 2024 from Sangguniang Kabataan of Sarasa. An ordinance giving and surrendering the Abueg building to the office of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Sarasa as their permanent SK Hall or SK building.
Refer to the Committee on Rules.
9. A letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. requesting for the adoption of Municipal Peace and Order Council Resolution number 04 Series of 2024 entitled, "A Resolution Declaring Brooks Point, Palawan as an Insurgency-Free Municipality and Certified as Urgent."
Same referral, Committee on Rules.
10. A letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. forwarding the letter request from Punong Barangay David B. requesting for temporary closure Baspira Street in front of Barangay Hall, Poblacion District 2 from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight for the upcoming DOS Food Jamboree on April 20 to 27, 2024 in connection with their 22nd founding anniversary.
Same referral, Committee on Rules.
11. A letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. requesting authority to enter into deed of donation of parcel of land 1,000 square meter with Mr. Randy L. Sibayan Sr. to be used for the construction of multi-purpose pavement in Sitio Tagpait, Barangay Salogon, Brooks Point, Palawan.
Same referral, Committee on Rules.
12. A letter from Ms. Dolores L. Estrada, President of Blessedville Homeowners Association, requesting for the approval of their application for preliminary approval and location clearance.
Refer to the Committee on Land Use.
Land.
Housing and Land Use.
13. A letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. resubmitting the proposed updated Econ Zones map of the municipality of Brooks Point as agreed from the Econ Board meeting on April 3, 2024.
Councilor Colili declined to accept this referral. To whom?
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer, this matter be referred to the land use, but may I suggest, Madam Presiding Officer, to refer under the Committee of Law.
But who will be the proponent from the Committee of the Whole?
I think, Madam Presiding Officer, kung ano po ang magka-transpire during the committee meeting of the Committee of the Whole, doon na lang po tayo mag-identify kung sino po ang pwedeng mag-author. Because on my part, Madam Presiding Officer, as chair of the Committee on Environment and Land Use, I will stand firmly on my previous decision during the Econ Board meeting. Babalik ulit po ako doon sa paninindigan na yun na hindi dapat pang maaga, kailangan i-presenta pa doon sa mga barangay na may mga major changes na mga zone. Pero since na ang majority naman ng member ng Econ Board ay nag-prevail yung decision nila na no need to present to the barangays, ay Madam Presiding, magkasalungat din po yung aking pong stand dito. So, maabala lang po ito dahil i-recommend po ang chairman ng Committee ng Inquiry na to endorse. So, kaya po ang aking pumintong ay Ito po ay talakayin na naman sa Committee of the Whole. At during the Committee of the Whole meeting, ay pwede naman mag-agree kung sino from the committee members of the Committee of the Whole to stand as author.
Okay, so we will refer this measure to the Committee of the Whole, and please schedule immediately the Committee of the Whole meeting to tackle this proposal. Maybe Monday next week, so that the following day is Tuesday, then the Committee of the Whole can already decide who will be the proponent, who will be the author of the updating of the ICANN map.
Resolution number 2024-015 from Barangay Council of Poblacion District 2 requesting permission to hold 3 days cockfighting on April 25 to 27, 2024 in connection with their 22nd Barangay Foundation Day celebration.
Refer to the Committee on Rules.
15. A letter from Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. forwarding the letter from Mr. Dan Kelly requesting to take appropriate action on the state of local beaches and with lobster traps, especially in Barangay Calasagin in this municipality.
Refer to the Committee on Agriculture and Environmental Protection.
16. A letter from Mr. Moharian T. Tambiling, Barangay Maasin resident, requesting the August body to conduct ocular inspection and investigation on the excessive pollution of the air and water within their neighborhood caused by the mining operation of the Pila Nickel Corporation.
Refer to the Committee on Environmental Protection jointly with the Committee on Health.
Additional, Madam Chair, Annual Barangay Youth Investment Program, ABYP for 2024.
Of what? Annual budget. Investments in finance. Okay, we refer to the Committee on Finance. Committee report.
May I proceed, Madam Presiding Officer? Thank you, Madam Presiding and my fellow councilor. Committee report from the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, and Public Order and Good Government. Item number 1, Madam Presiding, a letter from the Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedito Jr. dated April 1, 2024, requesting for a resolution adopting the changes in the plantilla position of the local expenditures program from Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Officer to Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Manager and Municipal Department Head 1, Municipal Labor and Employment Officer to Municipal Department Head 1, Municipal Public Employment Service Office Manager. So, Madam, on item number 2, ordinansa sa pagpapatupad ng tampor sa pagpapaway ng dalawang tandang na manok na walang inilalagay na maring ikamatay o ikasugat na pinaglalaban ng mga tandang na manok. This ordinance, Madam Presiding Officer, is from the Barangay Council of Barangay Mainit. Madam Presiding, on item number 1, I will not read one by one the findings of the committee, But since the said position, Madam Presiding Officer, being requested by the local chief executive, was created under ordinance, it is more proper, Madam Presiding Officer, kung ito ay iaamin siya by virtue of an ordinance also, hindi po ng resolution, no? So, considering that the above position was created by virtue of an ordinance, the appropriate action of the committee is to amend the particular provision of the said ordinance instead of passing a resolution adopting the changes in the plantilla position. The recommendation of the committee on item number 1, Madam Presiding, the above mentioned committee recommends for a passage of an ordinance amending the section 3 of an ordinance number 2023-29 and adopting the changes in the plantilla positions in the municipal government of Brooks Point in accordance with the Civil Service Memorandum Circular number 12, series of 2022, and local expenditure program fiscal year 2024 for approval under second and final reading in today's regular session. On item number 2, Madam Presiding Officer, with regard to the Tampor Ordinance of the Barangay Council of Barangay Mainit, the committee cannot find any legal reference to be cited in order to permit the operation of Tampor or cockfighting without using blades as prescribed by Presidential Decree 449 as amended by Presidential Decree 1802 and 1802-A, and more recently under Section 447 of the Government Code of 1991, states the city and municipal governments have been given the authority to license and regulate regular cockfighting and establishment of operation of cockpits. So ito pong pinatutungkulan na cockfighting, yun lang pong yung paaway ng mga manok na may mga blade o may tari sa isang cockpit arena. Pero ito pong Tampor Ordinance ay hindi po nagpo-fall siya doon po sa definition na yon, Madam Presiding Officer. And the recommendation of the committee recommends that the said ordinance of the Barangay Mainit, Brooks Point, Palawan, be forwarded to the Provincial Legal Office to seek a legal opinion for appropriate guidance and action. The copy of this committee report should furnish the Barangay Council of Barangay Mainit for their knowledge and information. Right.
Councilor Chachan.
Indulgence of the committee chair and the committee members, as well as our presiding officer, to recommit the said measure of the Sangguniang Barangay of Mainit. And Madam Chair, if this be granted, that the Barangay Committee and Barangay Affairs be invited in the committee meeting or the presence of the president. More conclusion, Madam Chair.
Okay, it's up to the member, no? Sa akin po, as a chair of the committee on rules, no, I will also seek the opinion of the other member if we will allow the request of our legal president instead of this particular matter be forwarded to the provincial legal office. We will conduct another committee meeting inviting the chairman of the committee of the barangay affairs.
Madam Chair, this representation would like to formally move that the item number 2 be recommended po, ibalik po sa committee, and that the our IPMR and the legal president be invited.
Second.
What is your reply to that?
Yes, I submit to the decision of the majority, no, Madam Presiding. Because on my position, I was already talked with the provincial legal office, even the provincial DILG. Their advice be forwarded the copy of such ordinance. But with the request of the Liga President, we will tackle it for another committee meeting, inviting the committee of the Barangay Uppers and of course the ITMR as the chair of the Committee on Indigenous People. I will submit the decision of the majority. To the decision of the majority.
You can already invite somebody from the Provincial Legal Office to assist you, because I think if we will approve this ordinance, this ordinance should be applicable to all barangays in Brooks Point and not just in Barangay Mainit.
Yes, Madam Presiding, actually I already asked the staff of the Provincial Legal if they are possible to be invited to sit in the committee meeting. But instead of sila yung pupunta, ang kanila pong suggestion, i-forward yung kopya ng ordinansa. But I think this time siguro, Madam Presiding Officer, it's more proper, no? Since na meron pong committee report and meron pong later on, no, merong approved motion na talakayin ito instead of under the committee on rules, but with the participation of the Committee on Barangay Affairs and the ITMR. I think, Madam Presiding, baka po pwede through the presiding officer will write the Provincial Legal Office for their proper guidance, no, to invite them, no, for the possible committee meeting.
Okay, you just let me know the schedule so we can invite a lawyer from the legal office to attend to your scheduled meeting with the ITMRs and barangay captains.
Madam Presiding, as of now, hindi ko po madidetermine kung pilan tayo kasi mayroon tayong schedule ng mining summit on 24, 25, 26. That is talagang fully booked na.
Next month.
Next week. Maybe next week. Thursday. The availability of the ITMR and the Liga President. Okay sa inyo ang Thursday next week? Hindi na April 2 yun. May na yun. Kasi kuha na tayo ngayon.
May 2, first day.
Okay, so para madala na...
Para ma-inform in advance din yung PLO.
So, Sec, please prepare a letter invite for a lawyer in Provincial Legal Office.
Anyway.
Anong oras yan?
So, Friday, 2 p.m.
May what?
That is May, kung Friday, May 3.
May 3 at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. Hindi walang holiday doon?
Anong...
Wala
May
no?
1 ang holiday, di ba?
May 1.
Ano ang venue?
Saan ang venue natin? Pwede bang, Madam Presiding, kasi medyo hindi po komportable yung doon sa ginagamit naming committee meeting. Kasi
Convention.
Pero may bayad po kasi.
Okay lang, bayaran natin. Meron naman.
Unless the legislative enhancement will cover it.
Of course.
Okay. So, Convention Center, May 3 at 2 p.m. We'll be having a committee meeting, another committee meeting regarding the Tamper Ordinance with the participation of the Committee of the Barangay Affairs and the member ba o chairman lang ng Committee Affairs? Madam Presiding, may I just clarify from the Liga President, the chairman of the Barangay Affairs or the full member of the Barangay Affairs?
Madam Chair, at least
It's up to you.
Okay. Okay, Madam President, we will talk
be
later
invited.
with the ICMR and the Liga President for the details of that committee meeting. So that's all, Madam Presiding Officer, from the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, and Public Order. Thank you, Madam President.
Next, committee report. Calendar of business. Unfinished. Business for the day. Unfinished. Councilor Colili.
Tapos ang ba ng business for the day? Tapos business for the day. Business for the day mo na.
Everybody has a copy. Madam Presiding, may proceed. Under unfinished business, Madam Presiding Officer, ito po ay kaugnay doon po sa application ng renewal application ng commercial sand and gravel permit ni Mr. Paulo Birano. Actually, this is last January pa dapat, January or December, ay na-endorse na, but due to lack of requirements, Madam Presiding, kasi wala pong, that time ay hindi pa po na-submit ng proponent, yun pong tinatawag na multi-sectoral team field validation, na siyang basis po ng committee kung proponent ba ay nagko-comply doon sa mga terms and conditions as stipulated sa kanyang permit. Yun po yung naging dahilan kung bakit po na-hold yung pong pagbibigay ng endorsement sa renewal application ng commercial sand and gravel permit ni Mr. Birano, located po sa Tigaplan River, Barangay Pangubilyan, Brooks Point, Palawan. But as of this time, Madam Presiding, just yesterday, the proponent submitted the copy of the MST report. So, if somebody will ask the copy of the MST report, the secretariat can provide to the member. Kung inyo lang pong hahanapin.
Okay. So, any question or clarification?
So, with that, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for a passage of a resolution favorably endorsing the renewal application of Mr. Paulo E. Birano for the commercial sand and gravel permit located at Tigaplan River, Barangay Pangubilyan, Brooks Point, Palawan, be approved and adopted.
Any objection? Hearing none, then this resolution favorably endorsing the renewal application of Mr. Paulo A. Verano for the commercial sand and gravel permit located at Tigaplan River, Barangay Pangubilyan, Brooks Point, Palawan is hereby approved and adopted and on its second and final approved unanimously.
Under business for the day.
Yes.
Yes, Madam Presiding, this is from the committee report reported a while ago of the committee. Ito po yung kaugnay po doon sa request letter by the municipal mayor requesting for the passage of resolution amending the section 3 of an ordinance. But instead of passing a resolution, I just as I said a while ago, no, yung pong position kasi ay created siya under ordinance. So it might be proper kung pag-amend po natin ay through ordinance also. So with that, Madam Presiding Officer, the committee introduced an ordinance amending the section 3 of an ordinance 2023-29 entitled an ordinance creating and funding new departments and positions in the municipal government of Brooks Point, Palawan, and adopting the changes in the plantilla positions in the municipal government of Brooks Point in accordance with the Civil Service Memorandum Circular number 12, series of 2022, and Local Expenditure Program fiscal year 4. Changes po, Madam Presiding Officer, based on our approved ordinance, ang nakalagay po kasi, Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Officer, based on the review of the Provincial Human Resource Management Office, and also in accordance with Civil Service Memorandum Circular number 12, to be amended, and to Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Manager. Ilang po naman binago from officer to manager. And yung number 2 po, doon din sa section 3, yung Municipal Department Head 1, which is yung Municipal Labor and Employment Officer, again, salary grade 24 din po yan, to be amended. And to Municipal Government Department Head 1, Municipal Public Employment Service Office Manager. So, yun lang din, pinalitan yung word na officer into manager, Madam Presiding. The same, yung salary grade, yun pa rin po, salary grade 24.
Okay, ano lang ako, I'm just confused. Ito ba ay isang position lang or two plantilla positions? Yung Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Officer at saka MGDH1, magkaiba ba yan?
Dalawa po.
Dalawa?
Dalawa po ito. Dalawang position. So, hindi rin po ma-explain sa amin ng taga-HR ano ba ang pinagkaiba ng officer sa manager. So, bakit? Ang sabi lang, explanation lang nila, yan po ay in accordance with Civil Service Memorandum Circular number 12 na kailangan mag-conform doon. Pagka hindi daw po nag-conform yung title ng position na yan doon sa sinasabing CSC MC number 12, ay pwede pong magkaroon ng invalidity ng appointee or appointment.
But the Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Manager is under the Municipal Government Department Head 1?
Yes, Madam Presiding, based on the forwarded copy of our approved ordinance, ay yun po yung nakalagay.
Okay.
Po.
So any clarification or question with regard to this, to the proposed ordinance amending section 3 of ordinance number 2023-29?
Ano ang? Yun nga. Ayun nga, Madam Presiding, no? As I mentioned a while ago, no? Yung pong sinasabi nga rin task and functions, no? Ano yung pinagkaiba niya, describe namin from the representative of the HRMO, ay exactly po hindi rin nila na-explain yung task, no? Ang kanila lang citation ay because of the review and recommendation of the Provincial Human Resource Development Office and the Civil Service. Actually, yung question pong yan ay question yan ni SBP Rares, no? But the answer just limited and to the cited recommendation of the Provincial HRMO and Civil Service MC.
Last question.
May I ask for the proponent as to have we created na or established an office in specific department? Meron
Yes.
po ba tayong public employment office?
Yes, Madam, may I answer, Madam President? Yes, in the existing ordinance, meron po tayong approved existing ordinance. Actually, ito pong amendments na to, wala nang binago doon sa plantilla sa position. Yun na, created na siya. Ang binago lang talaga yung word lang na from officer to manager. Hindi rin sa ordinansa natin, hindi po nakalagay kung makikita nyo. Kunwari, let's say ito yung Office of the Municipal Public Employment Service Officer. Ano yung mga duties and functions? Hindi po yan natin nailagay doon sa ordinance na ina-amend natin ngayon. So, kaya nung pinaklarify ito ng committee, specifically SBP Rares, no? Tinatanong niya from the representative of the HRMO, limited explanation from the representative of the said office. Ang kanilang kinasite lang ay dahil mayroong review and recommendation ng provincial HR at based on the recommendation ay kailangan mag-conform siya with the Civil Service Memorandum Circular number 12. So, yun lang po yung basis.
There are no more questions or clarifications, then please move for the approval.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for an approval of an ordinance amending the Section 3 of an ordinance number 2023-29 entitled An Ordinance Creating and Funding New Departments and Positions in the Municipal Government of Brooks Point, Palawan, and adopting the changes in the plantilla position in the Municipal Government of Brooks Point in accordance with the CSC MC number 12, series of 2022, and local expenditure program fiscal year 2024 be approved and adopted.
Any objection? Hearing none. Then this ordinance that amends Section 3 of Ordinance Number 2023-29, entitled An Ordinance Creating and Funding New Departments and Positions in the Municipal Government of Brooks Point, Palawan, and adopting the changes in the plantilla positions in the Municipal Government of Brooks Point in accordance with CSC MC number 12, series of 2022, and local expenditure program FY 2024 is hereby approved and adopted on its second and final reading.
Thank you, Madam Presiding and my fellow councilors.
This is for the day, unassigned. Unassigned.
unassigned business, Madam Presiding, particularly on the order of business, the number, ang number nga yung bill? The number 9 under the order of business, which is the letter of the municipal mayor requesting for the adoption of the Municipal Peace and Order Council Resolution number 4, series of 2024, entitled a resolution declaring Brooks Point, Palawan as insurgency-free municipality. So, Madam Presiding Officer, with that, kasama po sa pinurward ng ating pong municipal mayor, yun pong resolution ng Municipal Peace and Order Council declaring that the municipality of Brooks Point is insurgency free.
Okay, please move for the approval.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for an approval of e-resolution declaring declaring Brooks Point, Palawan as insurgency-free municipality.
Any objection? Hearing none. Then there's a resolution declaring Brooks Point, Palawan as insurgency-free municipality. Is hereby approved and adopted on its second and final reading. Approved unanimously.
Presiding Officer, under line number 10. Ito po ay sa 20 to 27 yung hinihingi nila na temporary closure po nung temporary closure from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight of the Aspiras Street, Madam Presiding. So I think this is by through an ordinance, temporary closure. Kaya lang, Madam Presiding, kaya lang, Madam Presiding Officer,
can you move for the approval?
ito po, yung nagre-request na po ng barangay. Sino pong David B?
Kaya mo.
Akala ko po napalitan na yung kapitan ng distrikto kasi si David Kayabo po, David B. Po. Madam Presiding Officer, I move for an approval of an ordinance for the temporary closure of Aspiras Street in the municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight for their upcoming Those Food Jamboree on April 20 to 27, 2024 in connection for the 22 second founding anniversary of the Barangay Distrito.
Any objection? Hearing none, then Sangguniang Bayan has just approved the request for temporary closure of Aspira Street in front of Barangay Hall, Poblacion District 2, from 6 p.m. to 12 noon for Those Food Jamboree from April 20 to 27, 2024 in connection with Poblacion Dos 22nd founding anniversary.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the inclusion and to treat as urgent the resolution of Barangay District 2, a resolution requesting the Sangguniang Bayan to grant permit to Barangay Poblacion District 2, Brooks Point, Palawan for 3 days cockfighting on April 25 and 27. Hindi na po abutin ng next session natin. So with that, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the urgency of this measure. May I seek the support from my colleagues?
So there's a request for urgency.
from Councilor Colili that the request,
Second to the
okay, any objection? Hearing none, then your request for urgency is granted. You may now proceed with the approval of your proposed resolution.
Thank you, Madam Presiding and my fellow councilor. I move for the passage of the resolution requesting the Sangguniang Bayan to grant permit to Barangay Poblacion District 2, Brooks Point, Palawan, for 3 days cockfighting on April 2024 in connection with the Barangay Fiesta of Barangay Poblacion District 2, Brooks Point, Palawan. So, Madam Presiding Officer, this is a special cockfighting permit to be issued by the...
Any objection? Hearing none, then this request of Barangay Poblacion 2 to hold 3 days cockfighting from April 25 to 27, 2024 in connection with the celebration of their 22nd Barangay Founding Anniversary is hereby approved and adopted in its second and final reading. Approved unanimously.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. And may I also request from our legislative staff to prepare the draft of the ordinance, the temporary closure, as well as the adoption of the Municipal Prison Order Council resolution and the cockfighting resolution, considering that this matter is considered as in-house resolution, Madam Presiding. Thank you. And please be put that all members be co-authored of that measure, Madam Presiding.
Okay. Please, Mr. Secretary, please, may I request that you make the necessary resolution for me, for leave for Puerto Princesa to attend the mining summit. Next. Resolutions and ordinances for third reading. None. Announcement. There is an invite. Walang pangalan. Pero this invite is for all of us here from Ipila National High School Alumni Association. We would like to extend a warm invitation to support our alumni homecoming scheduled on May 4, 2024. So, may kopya naman sila. Meron, may kopya. Okay. And then another solicitation.
Madam Chair, announcement.
Yes.
Madam Chair, this is an announcement for my upcoming birthday. The barangay officials of Poblacion 1 will be doing a caroling, a birthday caroling po sa inyo, sa mga bahay ninyo for our fundraising. Yeah, and the first solo number will be ako po yung kakanta, so please prepare your bills. Thank you very much. Fundraising po for the upcoming birthday.
For your birthday. For your birthday.
Hindi po. Arugtong lang po yun. Pero dinagdag ko na po na birthday ko para mas malaki po yung bibig.
Yung sa akin kasi may nakapangangaso doon.
Dapat malaman namin kung kailan para makaalis kami.
Mga sa 25 or sa 26 po.
Ay, naku, wala kami.
Hanapin ko po kayo, Madam Chair.
Sa Puerto kami eh. Sa Puerto talaga kami.
And Madam Chair, may ask po, wala po ulit invitation sa ngayon sa amin.
Wala.
Maganda rin po sana para mas dito din.
Hindi, invited yung mga impact barangays. Only impact barangays, only the barangay captains of impact barangays are invited. Siguro kasi maliit yung area.
Meron pa lang din.
Kaya, first day, parang, second day, smart casual. ATMR invited.
Sabi po, Madam Chair, tumawag po sa PPDO. Sabi ko, bakit po hindi kasama yung Vice President? Kasi bakit po mga ATMR, committee mo yung invite, niya kasi, next time na lang kasi sa liit ng side wall, doon pala. Tapos hindi po counterpart ng isang government yung accommodation. Hindi po tulad last year na mayroong mining summit ay sa Astoria Hotel, kaya mayroong po accommodation at napakarami sila. Pero po, next year daw po, nasali na rin po lahat ng mga barangay. Kaya naman na po, nakaon na po.
Yung ano po ba, hindi po ba dapat papas ng resolution para gratitude or appreciate lang yung mga division natin? Ay papas, naka-board run-up naman yung price or
Okay.
pangalalan sa mga puro.
So let's pass a resolution commending the coaches, the athletes who brought gold, silver, and bronze. Contributed.
Madam Chair, maybe request ako to you.
Wala, hindi pa tayo bayad. At saka, ayoko na talaga mag-firma.
Madam Chair, we can see the
Ayan, maghanap tayo ng pamaraan kasi nakakatakot mag-firma eh.
Madam Chair,
Paano ko ma-justify na bumasis na ganito maraming client? Tapos silang sasakyan na yung tumatakot.
Madam Chair, should I discuss na po kung gagawin ng barangay sa third week pa sa liit namin yung proposal po namin or design na po?
I-refer natin sa ating friends. Sabi yung
Madam Chair, kita mo ma'am. Sir? Ma'am? Insert ng tanong. Tapos Madam Chair, ewan ko kung makapasok ko sa announcement. Tungkol po doon sa DILG Memorandum Circular bilang 2024-048 na sinasabi, Madam Chair, na lahat ng punong lalawigan, lahat po ba may kopya na yan? Lahat ng punong lalawigan, lungsod, punong bayan, punong barangay, yung direktor ng DILG at iba pang pinaupulan. Paggamit ng wikang Pilipino sa komunikasyon.
Ano yung nakarating sa akin? Kaya lang, makamahirapan si Seth mag-translate lahat. Pero wala na kami parawas sa atin na ano. Kami kami Pilipino sa lahat ng ating
Madam, pati na resolution, ordinance, kasi yung pinaka-approve ordinance, nagawang Tagalog, yung lahat ng Thank you, Madam.
Okay.
motion or
Second, to be
Wala mo yung regular session sa